Well, I didn't make it an all-month thing, but this November has sort of been about werewolves, and I have had plenty of requests over the year to cover the Ginger Snaps trilogy, so I figured what better time to take it on, right? And this one has a really unusual timeline, so there's a lot to talk about. And at least the first film has some really interesting subtext and social commentary, although I imagine I'll leave that for an unanswered questions video down the road. But for now, let's see if this ginger is as spicy as the kind I get at the local sushi place. We begin in the year 2000 with Ginger Snaps, and it's set up with something in a suburban neighborhood killing people's pets. And then we meet the eccentric sisters, Bridget and Ginger, who are obsessed with death and suicide. They do a series of photos of their death scenes, which their teacher hates, and have to deal with the typical teenage high school stress. Their mom is Mrs. Kensington.
God, I hate our gene pool.
Dude, your mom is Mimi freaking Rogers. You should be thanking the DNA gods for that. They plan to get revenge on a girl from school by making her think that her dog is dead at the same time that Ginger gets her monthly visitor. They're attacked by a werewolf that claws and bites Ginge, but it's run over by that guy from Final Destination. Her wounds start healing immediately, and her changes seem to coincide with her getting her period. But soon she's dressing sexier, and Bridget and Sam suspect that it was a werewolf that attacked. They're using a calendar to track the full moon, and it doesn't show a date, but the days of the month line up with 1997, so that's possibly our year. And she has a fling with a boy at school, biting him. The changes continue, including growing a tail, and their shenanigans result in one of their classmates getting killed. Her missing photo gives us our date, as it said that she's been gone since October of '99, so I guess the days of the week just fell differently in this universe, and she was 16 years old, having been born in 1983. Jason, who was also in Final Destination 3 by the way, starts to wolf out and attacks Bridget, and she stabs him with monk's hood, which is wolfsbane, and it has an immediate effect. Ginger kills a teacher, and it's around Halloween, and she then murders the kindly janitor, becoming more wolf-like. Meanwhile, Mom discovers Trina's body and actually decides to cover it up for her, while Ginger, now half looping, tries to seduce Sam, but B interferes and they mix their blood, infecting her. Ginger eventually fully transforms as they're trying to give her the cure, but Sammy gets munched. She's now a mindless beast and attacks Bridget, who stabs her, killing her. A sequel arrived 4 years later with 2004's Ginger Snaps 2 Unleashed, or just Ginger Snaps Unleashed. And B is back, and we see that she's injecting the monk's hood and on the run from something. And she's tracking the rate in which her cuts heal, and the book is pretty full, with most entries being close to a day, so some time has definitely passed. The ghost of Ginger is there and tells her the stuff is not a cure after all, and simply slows down the curse. And Uwe Boll's buddy Brendan Fletcher is here, and he's attacked by a wolf, and she passes out, but when she wakes up, she's hospitalized. And Margot Kidder's niece is here. And no, really, this is actually Margot Kidder's niece. She's introduced to several of the other patients, including Jennifer Walters, and the other kids pick on her, so B defends her. When her ears become pointed, she cuts off the tips, and Little Ghost figures out that Bridget is a werewolf. And Spirit Ginger keeps showing up. And without the injections, her transformations start to speed up. After a local dog is killed, they decide that they need to try to escape, but the mystery beast shows up and kills Beth Ann, and it's another full-sized changed wolf. They manage to escape and make their way to Ghost's house, where Bridget reveals that the other wolf is trying to find her in order to mate with her, and her hunger starts to get the best of her. Realizing that she needs the monk's hood or else she'll lose her humanity, she goes to the dick orderly that has it, but when he crosses the line with Ghost, she feeds him to the wolf. Alice, the head of the clinic, arrives, and it's revealed that Ghost is crazy and burned her grandmother and set Luke up. But the wolf breaks in, and they have a face-off. B is bitten and they fall into the basement where the big fluffer is impaled, but Ghost kills Alice and then locks Bridge in the basement, allowing her to transform fully. She then uses her as a weapon to take out her enemies. So, there's no set time frame given in the movie and no visible date, but on the DVD commentary, it said that this is 6 months later. So that would place this one in the earlier part of 2000 then. It's also never said who the other werewolf is, but considering that the cure is revealed to be temporary, it seems likely that it's Jason from the first film. A third film was shot back to back, so also in 2004, there was the release of Ginger Snaps Back, The Beginning. And the intro tells of a group of village boatmen who disappeared in 1815. And we meet two sisters named Bridget and Ginger who look a whole lot like the characters we've already met. But these are new characters, possibly the ones from the first two films being reincarnations of these two as part of their family line. It's also possible that this is just a separate continuity and not in the past of the original and merely a new tale. They get lost and are taken to the nearby Fort Bailey, perhaps on the same site as the Bailey Downs High School from the original film, and it seems like they're being beset by something that has been killing them off. Brendan Fletcher returns, again a different character, and that night in the fort, Ginger encounters what appears to be a small boy, and it attacks and bites her. A group of wolves attack the fort, biting Finn, so they shoot him, but they soon discover that the little wolf boy is Joffrey's son, and also that Ginger is turning. The soldiers capture a changed Joffrey and kill him, and the girls go on the run with the hunter. In his cave, they say that the sisters' arrival was foretold, and they were the red and the black, and bring up the legend of the Wendigo. It's said that they will decide if the werewolf's curse is ended forever, or if it will continue on and grow stronger. But Ginger kills the old seer and takes off. Everyone ends up back at the fort, with Ginger taking on James, the evil religious zealot, and kills him. She lets the werewolves in, who attack everyone, and they burn it down. Joffrey, infected, kills himself, and Bridget encounters Ginger, implored to kill her. Instead, she kills the hunter, and they leave the fort. They mix their bloods together, both becoming wolves, and the trilogy ends. And there's no concrete date here, since the 1815 date is just when the boatmen disappeared, but I think this is meant to be not long after that, so it's around that date. Back in 2020, it was announced that there would be a television series based on the concept with John Fawcett, the director of the original film, involved. He later went on to make Orphan Black and The Man in the High Castle, so he's got some TV cred, although there hasn't been much more word on the show since then, so it possibly won't happen. So there you have it, 3 movies with interesting continuity. I mean, the first and second movie certainly do go well together. There's not a lot of continuity flubs in there. And the third movie is kind of an anomaly. You can sort of take it as a prequel if you want to, or if you want it to be a completely separate film that just stands on its own, that's fine too. Either one works. But yeah, continuity is fine. And this is a decent set of films. I love the first Ginger Snaps. I think it's a great movie, a really interesting film with some fantastic themes, and there's a lot to explore there. A great flick. The other two, I'm not that into. I don't get mad at watching them, but I don't really enjoy them that much either. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of these movies down below in the comments. I want to hear that. If you enjoyed the video, of course, hit the like button. If you like what you see on the channel, please subscribe to it and hit the little bell for notifications when new videos go up. And if you think of it, go to my Patreon page at patreon.com/movietimelines. You can help support this channel. I would appreciate that. These guys do. They're awesome for that. And you can be awesome as well. But you can also be awesome by just continuing to watch my videos on a regular basis, because there's lots more coming. There'll be one very soon. Another great video coming at you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.